I think everyone is here. Thank you, Carla. Thank you for your presence. Bem-vindos à sessão da Universidade de Vitória, no Canadá. Será apresentada por uma grande amiga, a dearest friend, Carla Jardim. E após a apresentação, nós vamos ter algum tempo para fazer algumas perguntas, que podem ser feitas pelo chat, pelo bate-papo do chat, ou levantando a mão e a gente chama a pessoa para falar, fazer a pergunta a ela mesma. Carla, thank you for being here. It's a great pleasure. A university that we have a great fond of, and the room is yours.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Danielle, and thank you for those who are attending today. It's a pleasure to be in touch with PUC Rio this way and to support your international fair, the very last session of the event. So thank you for attending and for your interest in studying at the University of Victoria. As Danielle has mentioned, I work at UVic in the English Language Center, which has had a long-standing relationship with PUC Rio, and we've had the opportunity and the pleasure of welcoming many students from your university in the past, and I'm so happy to be here to introduce the experience of studying with us in short-term English language programs in varying formats. So today I will focus on talking about our on-campus programs in the summer coming up in July, and then I will also mention in our winter in January and February, but we also have a suite of online programs as well. I understand that you are just recently back to studying on campus at your own university, and so maybe some of you won't be ready to travel yet, and that's totally understandable. And I just want to emphasize that however you're ready to study with us, if it's online or on campus or in the future, next year or beyond, we're always just happy and ready to welcome you to any of our programs. And all of them offer sort of a unique experience to improve your English. And so I am going to do a presentation. I have a PowerPoint prepared, so I will just share my screen. Now, if you just give me a moment, it always makes me nervous doing this for some reason, even though I've done it a million times. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That should be ready. I hope everyone can see it. Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, so yes, we will get started. One of the most important parts is to understand where we are. The University of Victoria is located in Victoria, British Columbia. So we are on the west coast of Canada, near the city of Vancouver, and close to the city of Seattle in the United States as well. We're located on Vancouver Island, and we are actually the capital city of British Columbia, even though Vancouver is much larger and many students arrive to Vancouver when they come from around the world. Victoria is the capital city and has a population of about 370,000 people in the whole city, so much smaller than Rio, but because of its size, it's known as being just a very clean, safe, pleasant place to live. It's a beautiful place to study. It has a very high quality of life, and because of its very mild climate, it's very well known for for doing lots of outdoor activities, really enjoying the outdoors. We're right on the ocean, so our beaches are popular. There's lots of hiking, lots of gardens, lots of opportunities to enjoy the outdoors. And we make sure that that's a kind of a big part of our programs when students are studying on campus with us. Letting me go to the next slide, just to give me a moment. Oh, okay, there we are. And yeah, sorry, thanks. And in this slide, you can see the downtown Victoria. This is our main city center, so you can see our main sort of port. area, and you can see the mountains in the background. Those are the mountains in the United States, actually. That's Washington State and the Olympic Peninsula, and you can see the large building with the green roof. That is our provincial legislature, so that's where the province's government sits. And the other photo is a picture of our University of Victoria campus, so that you can get a sense of the size and the beauty of the campus as well. It's a campus that's about a 15-minute drive or bus ride from the downtown city center. And as you can see, it's a very green, very natural campus, which is something that our students really enjoy. There's a mix of modern facilities on campus, but also lots of green spaces and outdoor spaces for our students to enjoy. And these are just some additional photos of outdoor activities and outdoor scenes, so that you can see some of the things that students in our programs and those of us living in Victoria enjoy. And just to give a little bit of background about the University of Victoria, we're always kind of in the top 3 in the comprehensive university category in Canada. And so being a comprehensive university means that you have strength in academic research, in teaching, and in the variety of programs that are offered in the degree programs. And our student population is about 22,000 students, and we have 10 faculties and 2 divisions. The division where I work is called Continuing Studies, and it's the home of the English Language Center. And here are some scenes from around campus at UVic. And some students in our building and working with teachers and enjoying some outdoor activities again outside of classes. And to introduce you to the English Language Center, the ELC, as we call it, has over 50 years of experience offering English language programs on campus. So students in those programs can be very assured of the quality of the experience and the quality of the teaching, the curriculum, just basically every aspect of our program. We've just had so many years of experience refining what we offer to students and attending to their needs, that we just really feel confident in the experience that we offer in our on-campus programs, and more recently in our online programs, which we launched earlier in 2020. And I'm showing this slide just to give a sense of how many programs we do offer at the English Language Center. But I'm not going to be talking about all of these programs today. That would be a much longer presentation. I'm going to be talking about our summer language and culture programs, which happen in the summer from June to August. I'm going to focus on the July program. And I'm also going to talk briefly about the monthly English program that we offer in January and February. And lastly, I will talk a little bit about our ELC Connect, our online suite of programs, because as I mentioned, I know that some students will not maybe be in a position to travel yet. But those are also a great option for students that are still wanting to, have this opportunity to improve their English through our programs and have a different kind of cultural experience, which we do manage to offer online through those programs as well. But starting with summer language and culture, this has always been the most popular program for Brazilian students coming for short-term programs with us, because it fits so well into the summer or into the schedule for Brazilian students. The dates this year for this program would be from July 4th to 29th. So it's a 4-week program. There are 5 levels offered in the program, and we test students when they arrive to the program on the first day. That's kind of one of the first things that we do, is we test the level of student and we place them in one of the levels from the equivalent to A1 plus to B2 plus. In our system, we just call it upper beginner to advanced. But then they will be in that level of class for the entire 4 weeks of their program, and they study for 20 hours a week in their classes, which are always morning classes from 8:30 to 12:30. So you study in the morning in this program, and in the afternoon, there's a whole range of free activities and excursions that we organize with our sociocultural team, so that students can enjoy, like, to the fullest their experience studying with us. And really, we believe that our sociocultural activities are a really important part of strengthening students' English skills in other contexts, in other parts of the city and campus, so that they're practicing their English during those activities with their classmates and with Canadians around town. So it's a very sort of complementary system that we put a lot of effort into working on both sides of the program, the classroom instruction and also the activities. And the accommodation in this program is in the UVic dormitories, which is a very convenient option for students to live on campus where they're also studying. The dorms are, I would say, like an 8-minute walk away from our building. So it's very easy, and students like sort of being immersed in the campus environment for the whole time they're studying that way. So they feel the campus really becomes a second home to students, and it's also very convenient. There are buses that go all over town from campus, and it's also just a 10-minute walk from the beach. So there's lots to do right there for students, lots of resources, and the resources on campus are also available for our students, like the library, the gym, all sorts of things. Everything is open to our international students as if they were studying in the Faculty of Engineering or whatever. That's one of the best parts of the programs that we offer, is really offering this opportunity for students to join our student community and enjoy all of the facilities and infrastructure and activities and all of the things that make it fun and exciting and interesting to be studying on campus at a Canadian university. And as I mentioned before, the sociocultural activities are part of the program, and many of them are free. There's a free activity calendar that students, the cost of all those activities is included in the tuition fee. And we also offer optional activities which have an additional cost, things like whale watching or going to Vancouver, kayaking, visiting our famous Bouchard Gardens as well. So there are lots of opportunities to just really enjoy everything that the city has to offer right on campus, but also in the wider context of Victoria and even Vancouver if students choose to go there. And this is just to show a little bit more about the accommodation that we offer on campus in the university dormitories. So students always live in a single room, and they have, you can see the photo on the right, they have their own desk, and they have a place for their clothes, like a little wardrobe. They have their bed, of course. Their bedding is changed every week. It's and they're very centrally located, close to the cafeteria and the different food services outlets as well. And the cultural assistants in our programs, who are like the activity assistants, they also live in the dormitories with the students. So that sort of gives them an extra sense of security, because the CAs are there in case they need anything or need any support or whatever. And the cultural assistants also they also organize activities in the evenings sometimes as well. So there's really always something to do for students in this program. It's a super busy program. It's exciting. It's very dynamic, and it really in 4 weeks allows students to work on their English, but also just enjoy the experience being in Canada just to the absolute fullest. And changing gears a little bit here, I can talk a bit about the monthly English program, which is similar to the summer language and culture program that we offer, but it's offered at a different time of year. So the ones that usually fit with the Brazilian schedule the best are the January and February programs. They're 4-week programs as well. We don't have the exact dates, but it usually just falls right in the month of January, February, or March. And they offer the same level of classes. So there's 5 levels, again, 20 hours a week, focusing on general English. It's a very similar program in terms of curriculum and the actual English language instruction. It's just the structure of the program is a little bit different, where students study from Monday to Thursday for 5 hours a day instead of 4 hours, which is the case in our summer language and culture. And there are activities and field trips on the Fridays of this program. Instead of having those things happening each day, it's mostly just focused on the Friday. And again, there are weekend optional activities in this program. And because it's in our winter, they're often different activities. Maybe also going to Vancouver would be an option, but like things like hockey games or going ice skating or things like that, more sort of winter Canadian activities are popular in these programs. And the other thing that's different in this program is that it offers homestay accommodation, living with a local family, which is a totally different experience than living in the dormitories. It's an opportunity to really experience Canadian life directly, living with a Canadian family, getting to know our customs and our foods and our kind of daily routines in a different way. So that's a unique aspect of these programs as well. So that would be, again, just to reiterate, an option for students thinking maybe a little bit further ahead into January or February of next year. And this is my last slide, but I will take a moment to speak briefly just about our online programs that we're offering, just because, as I acknowledged before, it's maybe just not the right time for some students to be traveling for one reason or the other. And we do offer in the summer in July and August, we have a program that's called English for Global Communication. And that's a 4-week program, again, focusing on general English at 5 levels, but only with 10 hours of classes a week. So there would be 3 classes online, like in a Zoom class with the teacher and classmates, and 7 hours of independent study, doing activities and assignments and things like that according to your own schedule. So that is actually proving to be a popular option for students that might have come in the summer to our July program, but for whatever reason that they won't be coming this year. So I'll put that out as an option. And our other online options are they're a little bit more intensive, so they're longer term academically focused options in intensive English, but as I said, there are lots of options, and I hope that students attending this webinar or viewing it later will feel free to reach out to Danielle, because he and I are in close contact about all of our English Language Center options, and are happy to guide students through the best options according to their needs and their goals and their schedules. So I'm just going to stop sharing. And that is my presentation of our programs. And I am happy to answer any questions that have come up during the session. I know it's a lot of information, so I'm happy to attend to anything.
Thank you so much, Paula. Let's see if we have questions from our students. Come on, guys. Anyone? Don't be shy. No, not really.
I guess I covered everything.
Yeah. Wonderful. So I can add that I've been to University of Victoria once, and actually I've been to Vancouver and Victoria, and it's a great place, one of the best places for to actually do an exchange program. The city is quite nice, safe. You can walk around easily, right? I remember doing whale watching and watching the killer whales, which is something you never forget. It's completely fantastic. What else? Such a great place.
Yeah, you know, it's a great place for any student, but I know that, you know, Brazilian students love it here. They love the weather in the summer, for one thing. I know that the winter weather is sometimes something that makes Brazilian students nervous, but the weather in the summer is beautiful. It's warm. Our beaches, they're not like Brazilian beaches, but they're there, and like it's a big part of our culture, enjoying that time at the beach and that time outside, and also Brazilians coming from larger cities where, you know, they really think about where they go, you know, at night. Sometimes security is really something that is an issue, and in Victoria, you feel free. Like, I think it's a sense of just being able to enjoy it and not worry so much about safety in some of the ways that is the case in larger cities. So that's something that is an unexpected comment that I get from students from all over the world that are from big cities, that, wow, living in a small city, you can just do what you want and you can like just enjoy it. And so
the
that's
university is great. The professors are great, are really welcoming. They're open. I remember that the city, like it's somewhat small for the size of Rio, but you have restaurants, you have bars, you have pubs, you have everything. And then you can really enjoy your time out in the nature, doing outdoor activities, just like Rio, because people from Rio, they love to go outdoors.
Yeah, good. Well, it's a great fit. And like I said, whenever students from PUC are ready to come, you know, we're very happy to welcome them. We always love our Brazilian students, always add such a wonderful dynamic to our programs that, we'd love to have them this summer or whenever they're ready. Be great.
And we know you take good care of our students.
Yeah, thank you. We do our best.
Helping them to find the housing, helping them with some psychology issues. Sometimes they feel sick, they feel homesick.
Yeah, no, well, we're very lucky. Like, that's one of the advantages being part of the university. We have so many resources that we can draw on to support our students and really make sure they have what they need to enjoy the experience. Just to the fullest.
Are you still just beside that soccer field, that building which is beside the soccer field? Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, that was surprising. Yeah.
No, it's true. Yeah.
That's nice.
So no questions from anyone?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the housing system? How is it, the dorms or the families? Do you want to talk a bit about this?
Sure. Like I did cover it a little bit in my presentation. Like the two options that we offer are UVic dormitory accommodation and homestay. So basically, we are offering dormitories for all of our summer programs, which is very convenient because students, you know, they're in classes on campus and then they live on campus. They live in single rooms in kind of dedicated dormitories for our students with our cultural assistants, and they have access to various UVic food services if it's at our cafeteria or at other like smaller places to have meals on campus. Students receive a one card that is part of their student ID card, and it is yeah, and it's loaded with a certain amount of points to use wherever they're getting food on campus. So it's super easy and convenient because they don't have to pay for anything. They just swipe their card. It's kind of like a bank card. And yeah, like we organize tons of activities on campus and off campus as part of the dormitory accommodation as well. And for homestay, you know, that's a totally different type of accommodation. And it's like a great way for students to, again, like just have a real cultural experience living in Canada, because they're living with a local family and they're involved in their day-to-day activities. They're having their meals. They're just learning like real kind of colloquial English that we use, you know, in our homes with each other. So it really supports language learning as well. And yeah, it's just it's a very unique sort of authentic experience. And we have our own homestay team that coordinates all of the accommodation for our students and supports both our students that are in homestay and our hosts, so that they are a good, you know, so everyone's getting along. It's a good fit for each other, and to manage all of the logistics around housing. Yeah. Because it's important, whether students are in dormitories or homestay, they need to be happy and feel safe and supported, because if they don't, then they can't enjoy the experience they're having in our programs. If they're stressed about what like their accommodation is like, or if they're having issues, they just won't be able to focus on what they're here to do, which is to have fun and to learn English and to have that cultural experience. So we really take that seriously and want to ensure that they're feeling good wherever they're staying.
Nice. Yes, everything integrated, right?
Totally. Yeah, it's all of those parts like are important to build. Like they're all building blocks for the whole package. So yeah.
Hello, Barbara. Go ahead.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So I was a bit late to the presentation, so sorry, because I was working and I couldn't get the beginning of it. So I don't know if I'm asking something that you already talked about, but I am applying to UVic for the big exchange program, the one that's
academic exchange for semester.
The whole semester. And I don't know if you talked about a little bit about that already or not, about the housing situation in that program and things like that, because the family stay option is not an option for the big one, right? The academic exchange, or am I saying something wrong?
When are you applying for academic exchange? Is it from September?
Yeah, it's for spring or fall.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. And those, to be honest, those academic exchanges are coordinated outside of my office. It's a different exchange. But and I think you're correct. I think that UVic Homestay isn't available for, it's worth checking. It's sometimes these things change. So I would recommend making sure about that, because it used to be an option and it is certainly a good option for students. So definitely check about that. But aside from that, UVic has a very diverse sort of resource page for students to find off-campus housing. It is, you're very smart to be thinking about that right away, because housing in UVic or in Victoria can be complicated to find for students. Not complicated. There is housing available, but you can find it in many different ways, and especially for the fall semester, if you're starting in September, that's a very competitive time of year to be
Yeah.
looking at housing. So you're very good to be thinking about it now, because students are already making those kinds of arrangements.
Yeah, I haven't received my acceptance letter yet, so that's why I'm not looking more into it. But I heard that you were having a housing crisis. That's why I asked, because
Yeah.
I was kind of worried about that.
Yeah, the truth is that Victoria is a small city, and so housing is competitive in lots of different, like for rentals, for buying houses. It's an ongoing issue for us here, and so it always, every year it happens that students are looking for accommodation, and it becomes a problem for some students. But being organized and flexible is really the best thing that you can do. And so many students, for example, they come prepared to live even in like a hostel or an Airbnb or something for the first couple weeks until they know the city a little bit and maybe meet some people or whatever. Like, it's often a matter of piecing together more than one type of accommodation at the beginning of your studies.
Yes.
That's something that I know that lots of students do, but I'm happy after this session, if Danielle wants to share my my contact information with you, I'm happy to support you, or help. You will have support from UVic anyway, but it's always nice to have one extra person who's looking.
Thank you.
So I'm happy to be one of those resources for you as well.
Thank you so much.
Barbara, I've been to Victoria, so if you want to stop by the office and I don't know, have a chat, we can arrange that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Where's the office?
I'm sorry?
Where's your office? Sorry.
It's in the Padre Leonel Franca building, edifício Padre Leonel Franca, no 8º andar. É o mesmo edifício do restaurante Couve-Flor.
Ah, tá bom. Beleza.
Tá?
Thanks.
O ideal é a gente marcar um momento, para a gente não se desencontrar, enfim. So one of the things I always say to every student is that what concerns accommodation is that there is like a trade-off, and you have advantages and disadvantages.
Mm-hmm.
All types of accommodation, Sometimes it's accommodation really close to the university, but it's far from the city center or otherwise. And sometimes it's with a big family, and this is good because you're going to practice a lot of English, especially if there is a kid inside within the family. Right?
Yeah.
Just sit beside the kid and watch TV and talk to the kid.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly
everything
right.
you may imagine.
Yeah. Totally.
Sometimes you live with another student or in dorm with other students, international students, and they're still struggling with the English. So you're gonna have some advantages and some disadvantages. So you must be prepared for that,
Yeah, definitely. You have to be prepared, and absolutely. And just be flexible and organized is really, to me, the most you can do to set yourself up for success, for sure.
And people are complex, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And I have put my email in the chat in case anyone wants to contact me afterwards.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a few more questions, Barbara?
No, I think I'm good for now. I'll probably have more in the future, but for now it's fine. Thank you for your presentation, Kyla. It was very good.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I hope to meet you when you come to UVic. It'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stop recording. Kyla, thanks again for your presentation. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Always good to see you, talk to you.
You too. Yeah, no, thank you very much for the invitation, and congratulations on organizing this event. You must be exhausted, and I'm glad that I got to be the grand finale for your.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
The best for the last. Yes.
Yeah. No, we honestly, to be sincere, we would love to welcome your students whenever we can, and please just feel free to reach out, and I'll help I'll do whatever I can. You know, we love working together. So yeah,
Yeah.
just let me know.
Thank you.
Okay.
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 Bye-bye.
Awesome. Take care. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Good.